Alright guys, we're back here at Fitness FX. I'm doing shoulder, my push day today, my second push day, and we are following the RP hypertrophy app. So I'm gonna bring you guys through this workout. You guys listen to the cues, give you guys exactly what I'm feeling. I'm almost 10 weeks out of the Masters Olympia, so things are starting to, I mean, not really, it's not that hard right now. It will start to get a lot harder as we go, but as of right now, pretty good right now. Energy level is still high. Gonna still, just push as much as I can. It's gonna be super loud going by there. So first off, so my needs for me, again, trying to get as much volume as I can, keep my chest, my shoulders volumized, and that's basically that I'm playing, trying to keep in front of the entire prep. As I lose calories, I'll start losing size, and I'm trying to keep as much as a muscle as I possibly can. I should be able to, because I've built this for a good decade now. So we're starting off with the Atlantis machine lateral raise, 3 sets. We're doing the first set, just warm up a few, and then we're gonna have 3 hard sets. And then from there, we're gonna go into my pressing movement. So I'm gonna be very nice and primed to go in there. And plus, like when I do this, the load I use doesn't have to be as great, but I'll still push the intensity and work close to failure, right? We're looking at like maybe 2 RIR, 3 RIR, like an 8 RPE. So let's get after it. I'm gonna take my first set, 20 plus reps, give myself nice and warm, and then I'll know exactly what weight to use as the sets continue. So in between my sets, I'm gonna basically just do a set, get my muscles warm, and then I'll just literally start doing shoulder cars. So just kind of loosening up my shoulder, not doing static stretching, but just going through a range of motion, open up my shoulder a bit while my arms are still pretty warm. And I'll do this for a bit between sets and then head over again and continue. So one more set, and I'm gonna start my working set. The 75 was good. It woke me up a bit. I probably had 10 more reps I could have done. So that's kind of how I gauge where I should take my set in terms of what weight I should use. So I do another set, up at another 15 pounds, take it to 20 again, and then I'll know, and then I'll probably put up, I might just stay there or I'll put up a little higher. And if I even just say stay there, what I'll do is I'll just make the rep harder. I'll elongate the time and attention. I might pause at the top a little longer. I might hold at the bottom a little longer. Whatever it is, I'm gonna do that before really adding a load, because you don't always have to add a load. When you're resting, there's amount of time you should rest when you're trying to build muscle. But there's also gonna be don't start your set before, if you're huffing and puffing, it's gonna impede your results when you go to your next set. So take time, watch your clock, give yourself 2 minutes max. If you're recovered before that 2 minutes, go right back at it. If you're not, take a little bit more time. There's a little bit of rule of thumb. Check out Mike's channel. I'm actually taking this course, so a lot of, not new things to learn, but a lot of refresh. It's a really good detailed things to understand when it comes to doing your next set and resting enough. If you can't do a minimum of 5 reps, after you've rested, then you haven't rested long enough. And yeah, you can definitely do 5 reps, and definitely you can get results in 5 reps, but it's not gonna be as great as you could if you can get 10 plus reps, right? So you can definitely stimulate muscle growth in that 5 to 10 rep range, but you'll have a better environment if you elongate the set as much as you can. So make sure you're resting long enough so you can give it your all in the next set. You want to continue to keep the intensity as high as you can. Your strength won't be there as much, but your intensity can be. And you can't be intense when you're sitting there grabbing at your lungs. If you guys have this machine, If you do, even if you don't have a machine, if you have the machine or if you're using dumbbells or cables, if you look at this right now, this is like doing nothing. So don't stand here with the weight here. And most people do, they'll start with the weight here in front of them and then come all the way out. If you watch right now, if I pull open, it has tension. So it's at the side of my body, there's already tension, right? So that's where you want to start when you're using dumbbells or even cables. You want to start with the tension already on your delt. And then we continue. Mother. Kind of like burning feeling. That lactic acid buildup starts very early on in my set. So it's not like the last 3 reps that mean the most. Like, I'm in my head, I'm like, yo, quit. This hurts, stop. The same shit you guys are probably thinking in your heads too when it gets to that really uncomfortable point. I'm going through the exact same process. No one has avoided that shit. You can't avoid it. It's your body's way to like keep itself safe, so it's gonna send off every fucking signal possible. Like, you're uncomfortable, this is painful, stop. For me, it's like, yeah, I acknowledge that, and I'm like, I need this. So I shut that shit right off. I acknowledge it, shut it off, and I continue. And that's where you're gonna find your results. Like being in an uncomfortable place, you know, where that's where you wanna be. I'm not saying painful where it's like you're actually injured, but like, if you're uncomfortable and you're sore, that's what being in the gym is all about, sorry. If you're coming here to be comfortable, you're in the wrong spot. So 3 sets, we got a new movement. My shoulders are primed, so I'm gonna do like 1 set just to kind of feel it out. And then I'm gonna start right away, because again, whatever exercise you start with is gonna set the tone for the rest of the exercises. So the need to do a bunch of warm-up sets doesn't make any sense right now. For me, maybe some beginners take some time to get a feel of a new movement, but once you're primed, you're primed. So I'm gonna go with a weight that I could probably hit 30 reps with. We'll find it soon enough. All right, so I'm gonna take these 10 to 20 reps and aim for about a 2 IRR. That's how I'll do that. Did I say 120? I don't know about 120. Let's say 90 for, let me get my ass to that 100. What's going on here? Some little tips when you're doing machines. When I'm pressing, I'm literally like doing this. Like I'm pushing this thing backwards. Like I'm literally doing that, but my butt's not coming off. I'm just using that leverage from the ground to push up. Just like I would if I was doing like pull downs and having the mat here on your thighs and pushing into the mat, keep my butt on the ground. So I'm literally pushing my ass back here and like transferring that like tension, or I would say pressure from the ground all the way through. If I wasn't on this thing, I'd be almost jumping. And just being able to use your, you know, being aware of your body and how to use everything for your advantage to isolate your muscle. Second 15 reps. 1 more set. The best. Get some. You guys sweat, you lose salt, replace the salt. It'll help with your electrolytes mainly, and give some aminos while you're training. Bam. All right, next set. So only got 2 sets of incline press. It'll give us some time to, all right, we got an issue here, guys. Check it out. The machine you want to use isn't available. What do? Do you A, wait 10 minutes for someone to get up? B, go over to that person and say, hey, I'm gonna work with you. Or C, quicker, go to the next exercise and come back to exercise. Which one do you choose? C. All right, so we have face pulls. So we're gonna go face pulls next, and then we're gonna go back to incline press. Your mouth, boy. All right, so. All right, look, he just finished. I think he's done. If he's done, we're going right back over there right now. Oh, thank God. What's your name, man?
Aiden.
Andy?
Aiden.
Aiden.
Yeah,
nice to meet you, man. My man Aiden helped me out here, guys. He's following Mike and myself. he gets points. He's doing one of Mike's exercises though. So, I don't know what that means, but I'll give my shit. So I strategically put this after, so basically going from like here to like here, and then high here. So I'm trying to hit like this specific area. Now remind you guys, when I'm doing like shoulders, delts, whatever, the entire delt's gonna work, but I'm loading it. Where I'm loading it's gonna get the most attention, but they're still gonna get worked. So my goal when I'm doing my second chest day, I'm like, to be honest, with my both upper body days, I'm really trying to make this bigger and this bigger. So we're gonna take this up pretty high, right? So like a normal incline, you would probably be around like this, right? So I'm taking it to there, actually. So I wanna be like right up here, like right in the clavicle. So you look at like, when you're, you know, for judging purposes, front double bicep, lats, I mean, you know, most muscular, or your, you know, front relax, they see this. And you can be very shallow here. So my goal is to make sure this part is big and continues 360. So this is how I'm doing that. We only got 2 sets here, so I know much I can do. I'm probably gonna put a plate on, but just because one other exercise, another movement, I'm gonna have to probably fidget with the bench a little bit. So I'm gonna do 1 set and then jump into my 2 hard sets. The great thing about Smith machine is you can get real precise. I want this thing, like when I'm looking at this, I want it, where this lands is where I want it, you know, is exactly where I'm trying to push. So I wanna be like here, right? And then make sure my elbows are underneath it so when I press, it stays, that load stays under the entire time. And that's where we want it. So that first set counts. I'm gonna be like, oh, that doesn't count. That was a hard ass set. Last exercise, well, here for shoulders, face pulls. This is my rear delt movement. It's gonna hit traps as well too, but where I'm putting it, in terms of like height, it's gonna hit more rear delt. If I wanna go lower, it's gonna be a lot more of a trap movement. If I go higher, then it includes some of my lats when doing this. So isolating here. And again, from this, I want full protraction and then full retraction. Like all the way out and then all the way in. We're gonna take that bad boy all the way to 10 to 20 reps. All right, we're gonna sit down on this. Try to avoid humping the air. So I'm gonna sit down a bit. So when I pull in, I'm all the way through. Holy gee. So for you who are bodybuilders, when I'm doing face pulls, my posture from this part of my body is like if I was doing a back double bicep. So I'm in this posture, external rotation, right shoulder press a little bit, right across. So when I'm pulling, I'm thinking that same feeling, that same engagement. So my posture is gonna be consistent. And if you think about it, I mean, like I've said May's point a few times, bodybuilding poses are literally every posture you are in when you're in the gym. From your like front relax, your back relax, your lats, you know, I'm talking in terms of like, not your arm more so than like your posture from your torso. Being like this, right? Or like up like this, or you're always like this in some way, shape or form. Whether you're doing like a quarter turn, a front relax, front double bicep, lat spread, side chest, you're always like this. And it's very positive, erect position. So I continue that throughout the workout. So you'll rarely see me finish an exercise like this. I might roll a bit, but then I'll finish like this. right? We have to be able to open up and open into things and not be so like stiff. I've seen people like, you see them. I've seen bodybuilders who are like, and their whole body's torqued because they can't move. Utilize these movements to kind of like continue like the practice of like your trade. Like if you're a bodybuilder, you're getting judged on posing, so you should be able to move fluently through your poses, and that should translate through your training, and vice versa. Just so you guys know, this entire workout will probably be a little over an hour. We got triceps next, we got pull. We're gonna do tricep extensions. This is my favorite way to do triceps. You know, some of the gyms still have it, where they have basically you have the pad, the isolated pull down, and there's a pad, you basically sit like this and you do that way. So that's how I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna tweak a little bit, do it my way. It might not be really my way, but I'm gonna sit down like this. Elbows are gonna be tucked like this. And we're pulling out, right? So my full stretch it here, and then we're gonna do a mechanical drop. So basically what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna be here, and as soon as like, you know, it starts to get really hard, we're doing a mechanical drop by pushing these together, and then basically doing this. And I'm gonna grab the other one because it's just slippery as this. So, same idea. As soon as it gets too hard, right? If I'm here, right? Yoink, yoink, right? And then we're gonna go in close like this and do the finish like that. That's your mechanical drop set. This feels really good. I know. And that is today's workout. Joint pain, none. This is great. Tricep pump, absolutely amazing. Push my limits, 100%. Bam, and then workout's finished. We click workout done. Bam, there, here you go, finish it off. And then our workout is completely finished. And then, yeah. That's it, guys. Shoulders are done. My second upper day of the week. Rounding out to 10 weeks out, Massive Olympia. Guys, got my PPL ebook. And then, guys, for more videos, guys, check these ones out. And you guys know what it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.